Okay. I think we're live. This is the product that we're going to be talking about. Yes, we are. Oh, yeah, it showed up on my phone. I think we're perfect. So, I actually did a stream about this yesterday, first impressions, and it turns out I wasn't actually live. So, anyways, let us. This will be a little bit good because I should be able to get through my thoughts faster. Not necessarily thoughts, but impressions. And it will be a nice and shorter video. So first of all, first I need to start off. Let me open up Google Translate because I need that open for what's on the back of this. But first of all, so these are something I got from the Modern Almanac. So I was on Facebook, and all of a sudden I see an advertisement for the Modern Almanac, and they say that these things are free, where originally they were $70. Whoa. So I go there, and I find I have to pay shipping for it, but shipping is $11. The item is free, though, and I'm like, it was more like $11.50, and I'm like, oh yeah, dude, totally. And also it said, your item is in high demand, so we've saved this one for you. You've got 10 minutes left. Woo. And so I went ahead and I placed an order, and then afterwards I noticed they had colors. I'll go ahead and get these open. And so then I sent them an email asking if I could get the gold ones instead of the white ones that were the default setting. Didn't hear back from them for a little bit. Then I got another email saying, hey, welcome to the Modern Almanac. We've got a special deal for you. This is my name. I worked really hard with my boss, and he was kind of not really willing to do this, but I was able to convince him to. So we're giving you a 10% discount on your next purchase from Modern Almanac. And they've got good reviews on Amazon, and everything seems okay. And I look at some of their other stuff. Nothing seems really interesting, so I don't end up using my 10% discount deal. Oh, also, he said the 10% discount deal was only available for that day. And that was by email. So I've got that, right? And these are the earbuds. So then, next thing that happens is they finally get back to me and say the order's already been placed. We can't change the color, sorry. So then I go in and what do I do? So then I'm waiting around and I ask them for tracking information, nothing. Keep asking for tracking information, nothing. And also, because I looked up to see what other reviews were about this site, because it seemed a little bit shady. Especially when you click on the link in the email to go check your order status. And on the order status page for the order you've already paid for, it says, your item is in high demand. We've held one for you, but you have 10 minutes to order it. Yeah. So, but after like a month, it took a month to get to me. It did say it would take like 6 weeks to ship. It took like a month. And I emailed them several times asking for tracking information. And I never got tracking information. They just showed up each time. They said, hey, we don't have tracking info yet, sorry. But then they just showed up. And I was able to find one other website that has like reviews of other websites. And I put them in, and there were like 5 reviews, and all were terrible, never got the item, rip-off, except for one, which coincidentally was about these earbuds. And these we're going to compare to my Jlab Epic, which are the best earbuds I've ever used. They're the best sounding out of all the earbuds I've tried, which isn't a lot, unless you count all of the dollar store ones from Earbuds Galore. But they sound good, but the most important thing is they actually stay in my ear thanks to these cushion fins. Others don't. So those are good. These ones, they actually sound very, very similar. But here's the thing, alright? Dang it, now I forget which way they go, so I'm going to plug these into my phone. Well, actually, so first of all, static-sensitive devices not to be handled by unauthorized personnel. XY, or YX. What does that mean? And then EOR, Zunadune mobile phone accessories. It's weird how the preview's flipped. I'm gonna have to see if I can flip it for me when I'm looking at it. And see how the video is, if you guys can read it too. I hope you can. So, interesting thing, on that middle section on the back there, I figured it's in Chinese. I figured it was some kind of a warning or instruction, so it says, note. 1. It is strictly forbidden to soak the product in the liquid. Okay, not waterproof. Don't get these wet. 2. It is strictly forbidden to disassemble, heat, or burn the product, right? Don't get these super hot or burn them. Otherwise, they'll break. They'll ruin them. And 3. The warranty period of this product is the year, so 1 year warranty. And the warranty method is for customers to repair. So if these things within 1 year have issues, then I have until the end of the year to get my tool set out and try and repair them. Great. Self-service warranty that only lasts a year. Now, I need to test the, first of all. Okay, so this is my left ear, right, and this is my right ear. So they've got, as you can see, the tips, some with red in them, some without red in them. They are slightly different. I think the white ones are slightly smaller, because with my test, that actually stays in relatively good. Whereas the red ones, which might even just be a stiffer tip, these don't stay in at all. And oh, that one just popped out. And I mean, they're not as good of a fit as these ones. They'll never be as good. But if I get them in just right, like the other day, I got them to stay in pretty good. Also, it helps too if I clean my ears out from wax. But here's the dumb thing about these, alright? So getting the tips on is like almost impossible. Like, okay, I can get the red one on, sure, but the white one, oh, it's already coming out of my ear on that side. That's not good. So the fit isn't good. It's not for me. Oh, I actually got it on. Yesterday I spent, no, I didn't quite. But yesterday I spent I spent a good 5 minutes or so of the video getting them on. So they don't stay in very well. But the sound is actually pretty good. Now, these actually look exactly like the UC. One second. See if I can do this really quickly. UC. So it's the UC UIISIIT 8. Those go for $30 on Amazon. So if you want the same thing, which I believe these are, just different branding, for, I can't verify that because I don't have those. If you want the same thing for $11.50 and you're willing to wait like a whole month and hope that they ship on a sketchy website called the Modern Almanac, sure. Otherwise, I think for sound quality, these are actually kind of worth $30 because they sound very similar to these ones. So, final thing for this video here. We've already cut time down, which is good. So, I've got a splitter here. Plug both of these into the splitter. Also, they've got a button, which works, and a volume control, but this is an inline, so it's a slider that changes conductivity. It's okay. It doesn't have as much range. Like, I would prefer the range of this to be the whole thing here, for it to be good volume, but it works, you know, but we got that turned up. And they are just a little bit quieter than my Jlabs, but the sound is so similar. In the other video, I had one in my left ear, one in and the Jlab in my right ear, and I thought I was listening to the same pair of earbuds. So the final thing we need to do is Whoops. I keep thinking to type in cello string soft remover when I'm going to SoundCloud, but nope. So we'll quickly pull up, go to light tracks, and so we'll pump the volume up. So first of all, here's these. And I think I've got them positioned at 2 separate mics on my tablet for the stereo effect. Here's those. So, listening to that sample, the Jlab ones have maybe slightly more bass, but they're very, very similar. And, you know, if it was a little more guaranteed for $11 and you could get these to stay in your ear, you might have to buy some aftermarket tips. I would say, yeah, because also I am able to get, if I take one of my Jlab tips, it does fit. Now I forget. I always forget which is which. And also, what you heard there wasn't quite full volume because I'll do that in a second, because the splitter, and so the volume level gets dampened a bit. Wait a minute. So they actually go. So my tips that I use with the Jlab are a little bit too small. Ah, here we go. Nope, it's not. This is, yeah, it's... One more time, and if I can't get it, then I'm going to give up. So I don't know if... Yeah, it's... See... Getting it on is too difficult. I don't know if it's because the red ones have been on for so long that is why they stay on, they fit on better. Also, I don't know if the ridiculous fit is what it will keep these staying on longer, but here's full volume. Anyways, the final thing too is one of the reviewers, they said they didn't know if they were doing a tweeter woofer combination for the drivers, which would actually make sense if you're not familiar with that. It's where you have essentially two of the vibrating pieces inside of your speaker, which is called a driver. That's what makes sound. So one of them handles the high notes, the tweeter, and the other one handles the low notes or the bass. Anyways, that's it for this short little video. If you like more in-depth review, me actually using these for a while or trying to keep them in my ears, then 20 likes. Also, they had this covering the plug on the end, which was unusual. I've never seen that for earbuds before. Anyways, I'll see you guys in whatever's next.